Chosen ones, welcome back to a place where truth reigns and your empowerment is the ultimate goal. Today, we unravel a concept that has probably touched your life at some point: gaslighting. But we are not just scratching the surface. We are diving deep into the truth about gaslighting, what it really means, why it happens, and most importantly, how it reveals your strength. Let me begin with this perspective from Gloria Steinem: "The truth will set you free, but first it will make you angry." This quote could not be more fitting, because when the truth about gaslighting comes to light, it reveals more than just manipulation. It exposes fear, insecurity, and desperation in those who try to control you. The purpose of this message is simple yet profound: to uncover the deeper implications of gaslighting, why it happens to those who rise, and how you can transform this experience into further confirmation of your unstoppable ascension. Gaslighting is not a sign of strength. It is a sign of desperation. When someone subjects you to gaslighting, it is because they sense their control slipping away. They feel your clarity, your growth, your light, and it terrifies them. Manipulators thrive in confusion, and when your clarity begins to expose their lies, they panic. They know that once you recognize the truth, you cannot unsee it. That is when their desperation sets in, and they use gaslighting as a last attempt to regain control. But here is the key point: their tactics only work if you doubt yourself. The moment you stop doubting, their manipulation begins to unravel. Your energy, pure, authentic, and unshakable, triggers something in their shadows. Your growth and authenticity force them to confront the parts of themselves they would rather avoid. Instead of facing their insecurities, they project them onto you. They try to make you question your reality because they cannot face their own. The universe, however, sees everything. Every action, every intention, every manipulation, all is recorded in a cosmic register beyond human understanding. Nothing escapes its watchful eye, and every move, whether seen or unseen, contributes to the greater balance of energies. This impartial system takes no sides, it simply ensures the scales are balanced with precision and fairness. Manipulators, in their relentless pursuit of control over others, unknowingly sow the seeds of their own suffering. With every lie, every act of deception, and every attempt to distort reality, they burden themselves with a heavier load. These actions, no matter how advantageous they seem in the short term, carry energies that demand balance. And karma, methodical and unfailing, ensures they face the consequences of their deeds. The nature of manipulation carries an unavoidable price. Those who manipulate others are trapped in a cycle of their own making, where their lies increasingly entangle and suffocate them. Every deception, every betrayal adds to the weight of their karmic debt and builds a reality that becomes ever more fragile and unstable. The universe does not operate on human timelines, but it is relentless in ensuring justice. Manipulators may believe they are untouchable, but their actions set off a chain reaction leading to their inevitable downfall. What they perceive as control is merely a temporary illusion. The energies they release return to them magnified, ensuring they face the full weight of their choices. The justice of karma is not swift, but it is thorough. Manipulators often end up trapped in the very snares they set for others. Their lies become unbearable, and the effort to maintain a false narrative leads to paranoia, fear, and eventually self-destruction. As the facade they built begins to crumble, their world collapses, not because you wished it, but because it is the natural consequence of their actions. Lies are fragile constructions by nature, they cannot withstand the unrelenting light of truth. And as that light grows brighter, their carefully crafted reality falls apart, forcing them to face the ruins of their choices. The universe does not act out of malice, it merely mirrors back to them what they have projected into the world. This leads us to an undeniable truth. Manipulators inevitably face their downfall. The weight of their lies becomes an inescapable burden. The effort required to maintain their web of deceit drains them, leaving them exhausted and paranoid. Eventually, their lies catch up with them, and the facade they worked so hard to build unravels. Their world falls apart not because of outside forces, but because it was flawed from the start. Manipulation is a house of cards, and the smallest breath of truth is enough to bring it crashing down. This is not punishment, it is the natural consequence of their actions, the manifestation of the universal law of cause and effect. The beauty of truth lies in its permanence. While lies may hold power for a time, they are inherently unstable and cannot withstand the tests of light and time. Manipulators are trapped by their own actions and forced to face the consequences as their reality collapses. They may try to shift blame or intensify their tactics, but the cracks in their facade cannot be hidden. Collapse is inevitable, and once their deception is exposed, they must face the full extent of their moral failure. It is not your task to deliver this judgment, the universe takes care of it. Your role is simply to remain grounded in your truth, knowing that justice always finds its way. The downfall of manipulators serves as a powerful reminder of the universality of truth. Lies are temporary, but truth endures. When manipulators experience the collapse of their fabricated world, it is not merely personal failure, it is proof of the enduring strength of authenticity. Gaslighting, painful as it may be, is often a reaction to your growth. As you evolve, as you step into your power, it highlights the limitations and insecurities of those around you. Your rising energy and undeniable ascension create shifts in the dynamics of your relationships. Manipulators lash out because they sense this shift and feel threatened by it. Their manipulations are not truly about you, they reflect their own fears and inadequacies. They cannot bear the light you shine because it exposes the stagnation in their own lives. Their attempts to control and weaken you are desperate efforts to preserve the status quo. It is vital to understand this. Gaslighting has less to do with your weaknesses and more to do with their insecurities. As you grow, a mirror is created, forcing others to confront their limitations. Manipulators resist this process because it threatens their carefully constructed illusions. They project their fears onto you in an attempt to undermine your confidence and halt your progress. But your growth is unstoppable. Every attempt at manipulation only highlights their weaknesses. You are not responsible for their discomfort, your only responsibility is to continue shining and evolving. Gaslighting, painful as it may be, can be a catalyst for deep self-realization. It forces you to embrace your truth and recognize the strength within. Manipulators may try to distort your reality, but they cannot diminish your essence. Your growth is a testimony to your resilience, and their attempts to undermine you only emphasize your power. And here is the beauty of karma, it ensures their lies collapse under their own weight. Over time, their credibility erodes, and others begin to see the truth. What once seemed like clever deception becomes transparent, as the universe works to reveal their falsehood. Unmasking a manipulator's lies is often accompanied by spiritual warnings, vivid dreams. You may have felt it, those moments when it seems as if the world is working against your progress, as if unseen forces are trying to lower your vibration. This often coincides with celestial events like full moons, when energies reach their peak. But these are not random occurrences. These forces are deliberate, calculated attempts to pull you back into old patterns, into a state where your growth and development are hindered. Why? Because there are beings, structures, and even individuals who benefit when you are held back. They fear your self-empowerment. Your spiritual evolution threatens the control they have long held over you. If you have felt these tensions, you are not alone. It is a sign that you are breaking free. The key is to understand these manipulations and remain rooted in your purpose. Have you noticed that some people around you react differently to your growth? Perhaps they doubt your experiences or cling to outdated narratives that no longer align with your reality. Their behavior is not always intentional, but their motives often reveal a deep-seated fear of your potential. Some of these people act manipulatively, a conscious attempt to silence your voice and maintain control over you. Others act out of emotional wounds, projecting their insecurities onto you in order to protect their fragile egos. Gaslighting and emotional manipulation. You have likely encountered tactics such as gaslighting, where people distort reality to make you doubt your perceptions and truths. This psychological strategy often leaves you feeling uncertain and questioning yourself. It is a deliberate attempt to destabilize your confidence and bind you to their version of reality. By recognizing this tactic, you can see through the fog they create and reclaim your clarity. Alongside gaslighting, emotional manipulation becomes another tool in their arsenal. They play with your feelings, trying to draw you back into their comfort zone through guilt-tripping, passive aggression, or open emotional outbursts. Their goal is to control your reactions and redirect your energy to serve their needs. When you recognize these patterns, you can set firm boundaries. Some even go as far as interfering with your spiritual energy, whether consciously or unconsciously. They project negativity, envy, or doubt in an effort to hinder your progress and keep you within their influence. This interference may feel draining or unsettling, but recognizing it as an external force, rather than interpreting it as your own weakness, is crucial. Awareness of these energies equips you with the tools to protect yourself and preserve your strength. The mirror effect. Why you are a target. Why are you a target for these energies? Because you act as a mirror, reflecting truths that others may not yet be ready to face. Your presence becomes a spotlight, illuminating aspects of their lives they have long avoided. For those heavily invested in illusions or false narratives, this can feel threatening and deeply uncomfortable. Your growth, your authenticity, and your light shine so brightly that they expose the shadows others have tried to keep hidden. For some, this mirror serves as an invitation to awaken, a powerful catalyst for transformation and self-realization. But not everyone welcomes this opportunity. For others, your light feels like an invasion, something to be feared, controlled, or extinguished. In their fear, they may attack you, cling to your progress, or attempt to discredit you in order to preserve their fragile identity. Their reactions, no matter how extreme, have little to do with you personally. They arise from the inner conflict your presence stirs within them. To them, you represent a crossroads, the chance for growth they are unwilling to take, or the challenge to their comfort zone they desperately reject. Two energies, narcissism and fear. As you navigate these dynamics, you may sense two distinct energies around you. The first is rooted in narcissism and a need for control. These individuals feel threatened by your truth and try to suppress it to protect their fragile egos. They may publicly undermine you, sow doubt and mistrust, while secretly watching your every move. Their obsession with your light comes from their fear of exposure, because your authenticity reveals the cracks in their facade. The second energy is more subtle, often disguised as romantic or emotional interest. These individuals may appear supportive on the surface, yet their actions are driven by inner fears. They avoid true vulnerability and project their inner struggles onto you, whether through manipulation or withdrawal. While their interactions may sometimes seem supportive, their inability to face their own emotions often creates tension and instability. Though these energies seem different, they share a common goal: to test your resolve. Both are mirrors of your strength and transformation, and their reactions testify to the magnitude of your influence. Their struggles are not about you, but about their resistance to growth and change. Realizing this allows you to rise above their attempts to throw you off balance and deepen your commitment to your path. Your strength in their reactions. Despite the challenges these energies bring, they point to an undeniable truth: you are powerful. The intensity of their reactions mirrors the profound transformation taking place within you. It is not your responsibility to fix or soothe their discomfort, but it is your opportunity to stand firm in your truth and continue evolving. Every attempt to control, undermine, or manipulate you only highlights the extent of your growth. Their actions show how deeply your transformation affects those around you, even when they resist or reject it. It is proof of the light you carry and the undeniable power you have become. Take this as confirmation of your strength and resilience. The reactions you provoke are not setbacks, but signs of progress. They show that you have become a force to be reckoned with, someone who inspires change simply by being authentic. Use this as motivation to keep shining, knowing that your evolution cannot be diminished by the fears or insecurities of others. This transformation is not only external, but deeply personal. You are evolving in ways that disrupt others' expectations of you. You have released the need for validation or external control, creating a freedom that is both liberating and transformative. Old patterns, whether fixing others or holding on to unproductive situations, are dissolving. This is not a loss, but a necessary release, a clearing of energetic space to align with your higher purpose. As you let go, you may notice an inner awakening, new spiritual gifts beginning to emerge. Your intuition sharpens, and you become more aware of the thoughts and energies around you. These abilities may feel overwhelming at first, but they are a natural extension of your growth. You have the potential to influence and transform energies in ways you never imagined. The key is to move beyond fear and explore these gifts without clinging to traditional roles or labels. The transition is not without challenges. You may experience moments of heaviness or emotional struggle as your spirit adjusts to this new frequency. Recognize these moments for what they are, opportunities for growth. They are not setbacks but milestones on the path to deeper understanding of yourself and your journey. It is essential to stay grounded during this time. Trust the process and use practices that help you process emotions without being ruled by them. As you step into this new chapter, take a moment to acknowledge the strength you have developed. You have broken free from limitations that once held you back. You have embraced a multifaceted identity that defies traditional boundaries and explores spiritual depths many never dare to touch. The challenges you face are not obstacles but lessons guiding you toward greater empowerment. Before we part, remember this: your path is unique. Trust in your abilities and stay open to the journey unfolding before you. The challenges you encounter are reminders of your resilience and strength. You have come so far, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. If this message resonates with you, write 777 in the comments as a sign of your alignment with this energy. Show the world that you are embracing your power, unapologetically and unshakably. This is your time.